Time and Billing now integrates with QuickBooks to provide a full solution for firms to do timekeeping, client billing, and back-office accounting. When Time and Billing is linked with QuickBooks, the two systems share information about clients, matters, employees, and activity or service items. Approved time and finalized invoices in Time and Billing sync to QuickBooks for accounting purposes. Let's take a look at the typical workflow in a law office when Time and Billing and QuickBooks are linked. When QuickBooks is linked with Time and Billing, customers and jobs in QuickBooks will sync to Time and Billing as clients and matters. When a new client comes in, we can create the new customer and job directly in QuickBooks from the Customer Center. Since I'm using installed QuickBooks software rather than an online QuickBooks account, the Intuit Sync Manager will need to run to communicate QuickBooks information to the Intuit Cloud. Once it's in the Intuit Cloud, it's available to be accessed by Time and Billing. As a side note, customers using QuickBooks Online won't need to use the Sync Manager, since QuickBooks Online already keeps all its data in the cloud. A law firm would typically allow the Intuit Sync Manager to run automatically in the background at whatever time interval they choose, but it can also be launched manually from the QuickBooks File menu. I'm also going to manually force Time and Billing to sync with the Intuit Cloud data using the Sync menu in Time and Billing, although this would also typically be permitted to happen automatically. Now we can see that new client and matter in Time and Billing. The next step in typical law firm workflow would be to enter some time. I'm going to make a time entry for that new client in Time and Billing via the normal process, which I'll go through pretty quickly since I think it's already familiar to everyone watching. There is one new wrinkle with time entry when Time and Billing is linked to QuickBooks. Once the time entry is made, it will need to be submitted by the employee to be approved by the firm administrator. I can submit my time entry by going to the Time and Expense menu under the dashboard, selecting my time, and clicking Submit. Once it's submitted, the firm administrator can see timesheets requiring approval on their dashboard and approve the time. Since I happen to be set up as a firm admin, it appears on my dashboard, so I'll go ahead and approve this time I just created. Approving time communicates the time to QuickBooks so that if the firm chooses, it can be used to generate hourly employee timesheets for payroll. We'll take a closer look at that in just a second. Next, I'll run an invoice, again via the normal process in Time and Billing. The final step in this process is finalizing the invoice. At the point the invoice is finalized, the invoice data will be communicated to QuickBooks so that it can be integrated into the firm's accounting. Once I've done my work in Time and Billing, the Intuit Sync Manager will need to run again to transfer that information down to the installed QuickBooks application on my computer. Again, this would typically happen automatically in the background, but I'm going to manually launch the sync so we can see the new data right away. Now that the sync has run, if we take a look at the customer in QuickBooks, we can see the invoice that we created in Time and Billing. Additionally, for any hourly employees, I can see that approved time in Time and Billing now shows up on the employee timesheet in QuickBooks, so that I can pay my employees based on the hourly time that they have recorded. Thanks for taking the time to learn about Time and Billing integration with QuickBooks.